Yo, what's going on? Usual suspects in the building. Welcome to another episode of the Monday Midsole. Got a great lineup. We got Marcus's, so that's twice the grump. I'm gonna pass it off to grump number one.
What's good, fam? It's your boy Polos and J's, also known as OG J Walker, coming to you out of the D-Town. As you see, it's two of me, double the pleasure. Pass it over to my boy One-Legged Lister.
Yo! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your one-legged friend. Maybe your only one-legged friend. It's me, and I am here working the Monday Midsole 1 and 2s, and that was also one of my favorite pictures of Marcus ever. So yeah, and I'll pass it off to Kev.
What's going on, everybody? It's Kev, Buckeye City Soul here. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we can catch y'all for the whole 2 hours, and you see Marcus enjoy his drink. But today we got a special guest in the house, Brian from Sneakerfiles. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure to be here.
Man, I was looking at some stuff before for the show. I was like, man, you've been on YouTube for like 6 years.
Yeah. But the thing was, I took a long break, like I think 5 or 6 year break off that or something like that. Wait, I started in 2011, and then I stopped kind of like in 2014, so not that long. But I took a break, and then I came back 2000, I would say 16, something like that.
Okay, well, let's just go where it all started. What's your favorite shoe, and what got you in the sneakers?
The Jordan 14 by far is my favorite model. I know it's hated by like everybody, but I mean, it was the first model I purchased with my own money. I saved up, I worked for it, and I wanted shoes all my life, and Jordans especially. But my parents said they weren't having it. Like a lot of kids were getting beat up and things like that. So what I'd get would be like the Nike Air Darwins and things like that you'd find at Ross.
Okay.
And so when I saved up my own money, got the Jordan 14s. That's really what started it all back in like '98.
Oh man, that's dope. And then if you guys get a chance, check out his videos. One of his last videos, he had all his 14s out there. He had some dope PEs sample. So definitely check that out. But a lot of you guys know him from. A lot of people from here are Instagram people. Your Instagram definitely is is one on the bigger side, most well known. And I definitely appreciate you because you helped me out a lot, because you reposted a couple of my pictures, and I definitely saw a growth in my following and everything like that, man. So I definitely appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, no problem. You guys all take dope photos. I mean, it was just the time coming. You guys were gonna come up anyways.
Oh man, we appreciate that, man. Well, so how did you get Sneakerfiles started, man? And how did you get your growth to where you are right now?
Man, so in order to tell the whole story, I got to go way back. So in 2000, I think it was 2004, even prior to that, I was going on to like Nike Talk and places like that. And it was kind of hard to actually find the news. It's all in the message board. So I thought there's got to be an easier way to define this. And so I created a website called kickfiend.com, and I didn't even know you can make money, and it wasn't even about the money. It was just about, just being passionate about shoes and connecting with others. So I met a guy, his name was Alex, and he owned a website called soulredemption.com. I don't know if you guys remember that site. It's still active, but I know he sold it. And then he offered me a job to work there, and he was paying me, I think it was like 25 cents an article, but I took it. It was like dirt cheap. And I had another job. I worked at Hollywood Video actually. But in my eyes, I was like, you know what? I could learn a lot from this. And he told me like, hey, you can make, money off this. And I was like, no, you can't make money off websites. I didn't know anything about it. I had a free website. It was all free hosted. And he kind of like showed me how to do certain things. And then fast forward, I was running Kickfiend with another guy named David out of Canada. And I don't know what happened, but the website was hacked. They stole the website. They broke into my bank account, hacked my PayPal. These same dudes, they stole everything from me, right? And then they called me on the phone and literally was telling me how much I had in my bank account, like just messing with me. So I lost the website 100%. GoDaddy wouldn't help me, nothing. They actually moved forward. They, you know, changed how the way they do things now. But so going forward, I was like, you know, all depressed, but I was like, I can't really let this get me down. If I want to start something new, you know, I got to do it now. So in November of 2006, I was thinking of a new name, and I was watching my favorite show, which at that time was Forensic Files. And that's how I got the name Sneaker Files. So from there, just started the website, and I read a lot of books. I didn't go to school for websites, nothing like that. And it's really it was the passion about the shoes that drove this to be a business. Because at the end of the day, yes, it is a business for me, but I'll always be passionate about shoes. So I don't just do this for the money. I do it for, you know, because I love shoes.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we do it too. I mean, we, you know, crank out these 2 hours here, and I mean, you know, we're not getting anything, but I mean, it's just a joy to, you know, just kind of connect with people. I mean, and that's what, like, you know, they'll talk about SneakerCon later on, but I mean, just the enjoyment that you get from stuff like that, man, it's just it's truly dope. So like how does Sneakerfile, like, how do you run Sneakerfiles? Like, is it just you? Do you do everything, or do you have people? Do you hire people to, you know, write articles, or
I had a full staff of people, but I lost control, and basically there was people were writing double articles and things like that. So at one point in time, I let everybody go, and I got back to kind of like the roots of things, of me sitting there writing articles. And right now it's just me, but I'm getting very close to hiring a full staff again. And I do have a graphic designer, and he does some of the thumbnails, like for YouTube, and like the intros, and he does like the logos and things like that. But other than that, yeah, that's 100% me.
Okay, all right. And I've seen a job posting, man. I mean, if you want to throw that out there, I mean, you know,
that's coming real soon. I'm just trying to get, I guess you could say, an algorithm going, because I would want everything to be smooth, because I'm very picky on certain things. Like, it has to run a certain way, and it has to look a certain way for me. But yeah, probably in the next month or so, I'll be hiring.
Okay, all right. And I've seen some of your older videos, man, where you had like D Wade and like Kevin Durant and stuff, man. Like, how did you obtain that? Like, how did you?
Well, the Kevin Durant one was actually from Champs. They sent that video, and they're like, you have full authorization to use it and everything.
That's awesome.
But for Dwayne Wade, I got reached out by Li-Ning, and they invited Sneaker Files over there to Miami's house and everything, and
man,
they showed a lot of love. They definitely did. And
yeah, that's awesome, man. That's a crazy opportunity, man. And then to not even think that you could even do something like that from just something that you just started yourself. I mean, that's super dope.
Yeah, I started that back at living at home at my parents' house, and there was a time frame I wasn't sleeping for like 48 hours, just writing and grinding, and parents are telling me, you need to get a real job. And I lost friends over it because they were mad and like saying, he needs to get a real job too. And then it turned out to be successful. And that same friends that were badmouthing me asked me for a job. So
yeah, that's winning right there.
Yeah,
that's winning minus the AIDS. But so man, I mean, you do a lot of informative videos. Like, I mean, I love the comparisons, and I mean, like, I look at like you, I look at Pino, I look at Fake Education. You know, when I'm trying to research and things, like, how long does a video like you know, a comparison? How long does that take you to do? And like, how do you secure? Like, do you buy all the shoes, or do you secure them from places, or how does that work?
So the real versus fake comparisons, I actually had a deal at one point in time with actually your guys' sponsor. I'll just say a competitor of them.
Okay.
And they were buying the fakes, but at the end of the day, they wanted too much, and so they weren't. I kind of declined. So I was like, you know, I'll just buy the fakes, which sucks because you're buying the fakes and then you're buying the real, and then That's like almost like $500 with shipping. It's not cheap. Like you're buying good fakes. It's like Yeezy, and then you got shipping and then fees. So you're probably paying a little bit over for a real Yeezy if you go into the store.
Yeah, damn.
But as far as like the comparisons for like the OG stuff, I mean, that takes about to do, I'd say about an hour.
Okay.
Something like that with the editing and everything. And the real versus fake probably takes about 2 hours. Most of the comparisons as far as like the OG stuff is mine. I actually own these shoes, but there's like some I don't. Like some of the Air Jordan 1 stuff, I don't own like the older stuff.
Okay.
But I have a good friend of mine who's local to me, and he has more of that kind of stuff, like Raging Bull stuff. Yeah, so he helps out a lot.
Man, that's dope. So like, what's your personal? I saw your 14. What's your personal collection like?
I'm OG. Like it's all OGs for me. God, I have in my collection total, I think it's like close to 500 pairs, something like that. But a lot of OGs. That's just my biggest thing. I have some Nikes, and then God, it's really just Jordans and Nikes, to be 100% honest. Like I have a few like Adidas, but those were like promos, like stuff that was sent over. Trying to think, some samples. Kind of looking around my room I'm in right now. It's my shoe room, and it's actually looking kind of bare because I'm moving. But yeah, some KD stuff. I got some older KD stuff, but no more KD for me.
Man, I am echoing. How's that working?
You sound fine to me.
You can hear me?
That came out wrong. Yeah.
Hey, Marcus.
Yeah.
Marcus.
Yeah.
See if you can. Is somebody playing it through their?
Yeah, Brian. Do you have? Yeah, Brian. Do you have the sound playing?
In my headphones?
No,
I hear my headphones. Everything.
No, on YouTube.
No.
Somebody.
Mm-mm.
Go to your YouTube and look at the speaker.
Yeah, it's muted.
Muted.
Pause.
Everybody's just
Pause
muted.
the video. Pause the video.
Yeah, I'll pause mine.
I paused it.
Are we better?
No.
You still echo.
We all echo. Row.
We're just gonna have to rock with it.
Yeah. We're gonna go on now.
No, we can't rock with that, man. Because everybody in the room. is here.
Hold on.
It's weird.
All right, hold on.
Y'all play too much.
It's kind of dope, though.
It's like we're doing a show.
Can you hear me?
I don't hear anything
out there.
I don't hear it. Nah, not at all. You guys are all coming out clear.
You're coming out clear.
Yeah, you clear. But all the rest of us echoing.
Let me see.
It's so weird.
But it's funny.
Sounds like sex underwater.
It sounds like. If it.
Wait, are we better?
Yeah. No.
No.
Let me see.
It ain't my connection, Dre. Shut up.
It ain't my fault. Oh,
You're not. Polos, you're not echoing. Brian isn't echoing.
I am echoing.
Yeah, you're echoing. I'm echoing.
I'm echoing in my own headset.
Yeah, now you are. Maally.
Yo.
You echoing?
I'm echoing.
Hold on.
All right. So the only one that's not echoing is Brian, correct?
Right.
All right. Yeah, everybody try to mute and then unmute.
I'm paused.
Hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Still echoing, bro.
Bruh.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh shit. 58 people in here. So
Let's keep it rolling.
yeah. Just the echo.
Hold on 1 second. Is it still doing it? It's still doing it?
No.
All right, it's something on Brian's end.
Yes, sir.
Hold up.
Holla.
Unmute.
Yeah, unmute.
Unmute yourself.
Okay. Let me try this.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Let's see. Nope.
It's something. It's picking up. Is your headphone? Can it pick up from your is your headphone loud?
I don't know.
money, and you know it.
Try this.
Wheezy. Yeah.
Y'all gotta love live stuff here right now.
That's good.
Hey, it's clean right now.
It's clean?
Yeah.
It is.
All I do is unhook it.
Perfect.
All right. So let's do this. Okay.
All right, we'll jump back into it.
Interview.
So we just talked about your collection. So what's your plan for the next 5 to 10 years?
I mean, off top, it's opening a store. That was actually going to come in a couple months, but it was just going to be an online-based store. We're holding off on that. And it wasn't going to be, I wouldn't say like I guess you could say a resale place. I mean, I'm kind of against that, to be honest, but it was just going to be like early Jordan stuff, like only like a week or two out.
Okay.
And like maybe like $10 over, box. So it wouldn't be that bad. But some of the stuff that was going to be on there, like Red Octobers and stuff, I mean, that's a different subject.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't sell that for the love.
You can't. No, I can't. But yeah, that's actually been delayed, so I don't know if or when that's going to happen. Yeah, so we'll see about it though. But I did want in the past. I did want to open a physical store, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Just too much.
Oh, the overhead.
Bullshit, honestly. Well, I'm not really worried about the overhead. It's just in my area, man, it's just certain areas in Sacramento is kind of like I've seen a shoe store get robbed live, and it was just like,
really?
Yeah, busted the window, ran out with everything. I was like, what the?
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So how far is Sacramento from LA?
I think it's about like 6 hours. 6 hour drive. So it's not that far.
That's crazy though. I mean, that's still a decent haul. So are you going to be going to any sneaker cons or anything, or?
I mean, I've never been to a sneaker con. I've been to the Dunk Exchange and stuff like that, but never been there.
So when you went before, since you were kind of, hidden, did you tell people who you were, or you just?
I'm that type of person that moves in silence. I just, I feel like Sneaker Files should be always the focus. The shoes should be the focus. Even with YouTube, I did a face reveal because I need to put a face to the brand, but I'm not, and this is no shots to anyone. I said this in my other video. I'm not going to be that type of person all in the thumbnail doing cheesy stuff, and I'm not about that. But I mean, if that works for them and those people, that's fine. It's just not my style. So, but I needed to put a face to the brand. And that's what I'm finally doing after all these years.
Yeah, and when we talked about that a little bit, it's just, I mean, I think, and then that even builds the trust even further, because if people can see who you are, then they're like, all right, well, this person's not gonna disappear on me and bring. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, they're only seeing like forearms and hands at one point. It's kind of like, how am I going to trust this guy telling me these shoes aren't going to sell out, or these are going to, these are bad quality, or this is real, this is fake. It goes a little bit deeper, obviously, with having a face in front of everything.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I'm just kind of going off of the beaten path here. So I noticed that, in your reviews, you get into quality a lot. So are you more of are you quality over colorway, or, I mean, what's your, like, when you decide that you like a sneaker, like, how do you?
Yeah, so it depends, because like, okay, the closing ceremony 11 lows, like for example, those like images, those look so dope to me. I was like, I like those. I saw them in person, horrible quality, and I passed on them. I said, I can't do this. Now there are some shoes like the Motorsport 4s. The leather wasn't, you know, it's not that great. It wasn't great at all, to be honest. But I bought those at full retail. I should have waited on those. I got them like maybe a few days early to do like a review on. But I like the colorway of them. I like them. So that didn't, you know, I talk about the quality and things like that. And I should practice what I preach because I'm like, hold off. These are going to go on sale. I said, I didn't do that. I bought it early. So.
Yeah, I mean, I did the same thing, and I doubled up. I mean, they came back out for like 130 or something like that. So
you kind of averaged a little bit below retail.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, you know, and I mean, I think I paid retailer like 10 over. Maybe I think I paid retail for those early, and I paid 10 over for the black motorsport early. But I mean,
those are dope.
I was like, if they hit 130, I'd like to double up on those too, because I mean the bread is my favorite shoe. So I mean, blue's actually my favorite color.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah. So it's just like
well, why not? And, you know, but yeah, when we're gonna wrap it up, man. Just tell me, like, who inspires you, like, as far as like in the culture, like who's somebody that when you were coming up that you were like, oh man, you know.
Man, when I was coming up, I mean,
even just starting your business, like somebody that you looked at and were like, oh man, I like how you're doing, you know, this and that, or if there's anybody that like reached out to you to help you, you know, get to where you are.
Well, one would be my parents because they ran a business for about 20 years, and growing up, I saw how they would do certain things, and with a lack of a better term, I kind of learned certain things not to do, but I learned things to do. So with that being said, I've also, you know, learned a lot in this business. You got to be careful who you trust and who you put your faith in and things like that. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of people, you know, they see that you're making some certain moves and they want to attach to that. And at the end of the day, it wasn't some good moves I made in the past, but going forward, I learned from that and it's been great. But as far as inspiring, I mean, I guess you could say just trying to see what other websites are doing, not only keep up with, you know, what they're doing. And that doesn't mean like, you know, mimicking, but it means also going above and beyond that and
staying with the trends and things.
Yeah, and supplying like these leaks and things like that other sites, you know, don't have. And I know some sites they won't post these leaks because they have certain deals with Nike and Jordan Brand that won't allow them. But I don't have a deal with anybody, and even like in the past, Nike has came to me and told me, you know, we want you to remove this post. And I've done that before, but then there was one instance where they wanted me, because I guess a sample was reportedly stolen from them, and they wanted me to report who it was from. And granted, the sample, he's a big YouTuber. I'm not going to say the name of him, but he's a big YouTuber, and that's where the images came from. And he sent them over to me, and I wouldn't give up the name. They wanted to investigate like how he got them. I guess it was a theft somehow, but he told me he got them at the, what was it, like an outlet store in Oregon, because I guess a lot of these samples they hit outlet stores. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, man. I mean, you guys got any questions?
You got it.
You got it.
All right, cool.
I got it. I got it. Sorry about that. I had to highlight it on him the entire interview, but that works out. My bad. We only saw your face the entire. Well, you know, whatever.
Now it's moving.
Marcus.
Marcus. Right. Let's hit that weekly pickups and what we copped. And since it was SneakerCon weekend, I was out doing a little sneaker shopping. And,
wait, you been out the house?
Did you not see IG this weekend?
I didn't believe that was you.
That was me in the flesh.
No, I don't know. Well, there was I saw one face picture where you looking all sad, like, damn, why am I not inside right now?
Well, I have witnesses, and half of them in the chat room. So yes, I was out and I was about, and I picked these up. at SneakerCon.
I don't like you right now.
Yeah, I know how bad I wanted these.
Kind of don't like you right now.
How much did you cop them for?
I'm not telling you my price.
Why not?
Get out of here. Here we go.
It was a good price.
He paid too much.
No, hell no. Dan know I didn't pay too much. And the dude, actually, when I went back to buy him, because I asked the dude to buy them, when I went back to buy him, he had them in his hand getting ready to raise the price up to like $350 on them. And I was like, well, you told me the set price.
He paid $3.
That's what I'm getting. Huh? No, I ain't paid $3.
He paid
no, I didn't.
I've seen them for $3 on eBay.
They were under $3. It was under $3.
Yep.
$280.
Quit worrying about what I paid. And
no, man, I'm trying to spend your money.
The lady never tells.
So then I went to one of my local sneaker shops where since the superstar was with me, you know, we got preferential treatment, but they had a nice little sale going on and picked up these LeBron 8 Entourages, add to the collection. So
am I the only one that doesn't have them now?
Yeah. I thought you had them.
No, I don't. I didn't pick them up.
Yeah, it's just you.
All right. Well, looks like I'm on the Excuse me.
Yep. Go ahead and handle up. That's a picture. So that's all I got.
So Brian, did you cop anything this week?
Nope. I got some free stuff in, if that counts. I don't know.
If it's new to you, it's new to you.
Let's see. So Puma sent these over. These are the new Puma, what is it? Limitless Ignite Net Fit. So it's like some like honeycomb like shape, so you can kind of like customize the lacing and everything.
Oh, okay.
I did an unboxing on these. When was it? I think last week. But they sent these, and then I got they sent over these. These are, I haven't unboxed these yet. I mean, I did the video, but these are a friends and family release. It's with Tequila and Puma on the Clyde, and there's another artist on this, so it's limited to 1,000 pairs. Yeah, a little 1,800 on the lace stroke. Yeah.
Did it come with a bottle?
Nah. I got asked that a few times already by friends, and they're like, nah. But that's it. I'm waiting on a package. I don't know if you guys know who Hit and Groove is on Instagram, but I picked up some OGs, and those should be on the way. But it's been like 2 weeks. I thought I was gonna have them for the show, but no.
That's the worst. That is the worst. All right, so I guess I'm up next, and oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I had to get rid of that. I guess I'm up next, and so I didn't cop anything at SneakerCon because I have yet to cop anything at a SneakerCon. Weird, I can hear me again. But I got these for cheap. I got these guys, no box or anything, just the Christmas LeBron 10. And then I got these. I got these right here.
I love it.
Also, no box.
Why'd you get those?
Because they're superheroes, and I'm a fucking superhero, motherfucker.
And he got a hell of a price on them. I mean, he got some good steals.
That's an inside joke. He's supposed to admit why he got those.
And I got these. And these guys right here, I'm really, really excited about. Boom. And I got these. So, yeah, those are my pickups. My pickups.
Wow.
Mom, why don't you go, man?
You want me to go? I got you. All right. So, very light week. I actually was, no, seriously. I was kind of ticked off about the whole K54 ones, so I didn't cop the 5s. I got a few things in the cart, but didn't actually check out. They're mostly just PG1 IDs. But I did have a couple IDs come home, so I'll show you guys those.
All right.
So here's the throwback Cavs colorway.
Yeah, those are dope. Those are almost like a Thunder.
Now you guys see them in person. They're all, I guess you can kind of say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got those. I had posted today kind of the Bruce Lee Kill Bill joints. So that's this pair here.
Yeah, I like those.
So these are smooth. And then I got this pair, which is actually just the base. I'm going to get these customized. So you get to see them as the base. And then I got something special planned for these.
Shit.
All right. I had actually forgot about a pickup last week. I had picked up these 3s from Corgi Shoe with a low. So it's a solid deal there. He actually shipped them to me, and then I paid him. So I thought that was really dope. Yeah. So
because he doesn't do PayPal no more, does he?
Well, he goes on and off, so he wasn't doing PayPal, and I was kind of like, I don't know. And he's like, you know what? What I usually do in situations like this, I send you the shoes. Once you get them, you pay me, and that way the trust is on your end. So if you screw me, then I'm just gonna bust you. He didn't say that, but essentially that's what it was. And I got him, I paid him, and everything's Gucci. And then let's see, I got these are the Clutch Drive 4s. So this is Under Armour's basketball shoe. They sent this along with a bag of goodies, including some headphones, JBL headphones. They sent some gear from Under Armour Lifestyle. They sent my son an outfit, my daughter an outfit, and they sent me a hoodie, some socks. And like the box was like, it looked like Christmas. It was like yay big, and there was a bunch of stuff in it. So really solid. So yeah, that's it. Just these 5 for this week. But I didn't actually purchase anything this week. That's why I feel like I didn't buy anything.
Right.
Yeah, if you got it.
The tips are just Sneaker Stuff like Jake. Yeah, it's just a black white tip. Yeah.
It's just a tip.
Pause. All right, Marcus. So what's
no,
that's
Kev gotta go. Kev.
All right. I did get everybody's favorite part of the pack.
Right on.
Hey, these aren't bad on foot, honestly.
Yeah, they are.
Like, something chill. They're not bad, honestly.
Yes, they are. Okay.
But I had to get those. I had to get those to get these. I dig these. And then, just part of the pack. I mean, it's something that I probably won't wear often, but I mean, I like them. So I got them. And then I got these a little early.
Those are dope. Those are super dope.
These actually are a lot better in hand than, when I looked at the picture, I was like, oh man, it's too much white. And I didn't really care for the black laces at first, when I seen them in the pictures, but they actually ended up being, I actually like the black now. I don't want to do the white. If anything, I would do a red if I was going to change up anything, but I mean, these are dope. And last, but definitely not least, I got these. We are expecting a little guy, or a little girl.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats, my brother. Congrats.
Thank you. Either a little boy or a little girl here in February. We should find out the sex here in the next couple weeks. But anybody can wear red. So
Sure.
Right. That's what's up.
Hey, Ma, you need to answer Pino.
Oh, Pino. I've got a long tape. I'm coming. It's coming. Hopefully they.
Hey, brother. Congratulations on the kid,
Yes.
man. That's
Yes.
absolutely amazing. Like absolutely amazing.
Make sure you get lots of shots together before they grow too fast on you again.
No, yeah, they definitely will. So, all right, it will. Hopefully, it's
Marcus,
just.
Are you ready for your screen share time?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and get this up.
Pino, you full stop ignoring me. No accidental cops. Pino.
Hold on. I hate the screen share thing. Don't ever work right.
It works fine. You just don't know what you're doing.
Shut it.
Should we lock in? Should we lock in on him?
No, I don't like nothing on
I
me.
can, but he fucks it up all the time.
Oh, when he fades off and then it's locked in on a.
But he's locked in, so it's just Marcus. Oh, all right. There we are.
All right. So we're gonna start off with the Nike Air Max Plus Pure Platinum.
Trash.
Dropping on July 10th. Yeah, I mean it's trash, but we got to go through these shoes, man.
Yeah,
You're not gonna like them all. You're not gonna like them all.
They're specials.
We got the Nike Air Vapor Max Team Red dropping on the 13th. Man, keep your opinions to yourself. Then we got the Nike Air Max 1 Jewel University Blue.
What? Did you copy those?
No, I don't like the girl blue on it.
No, but you'll wear the cheerleader shoes.
Right.
Because they're all white with like just a hint of red. Like it's the
Rudy.
girl color, man.
Yeah, but yours, we're gonna leave it alone.
Don't worry about what the fuck on my feet, old man.
Well, all right.
Gotta think about your damn feet.
You been thinking about my feet all the time, weirdo.
Whatever. Then the Adidas NMD City Sock 2 Black and White.
Trash.
That drops on the 13th.
Mm.
I don't dig those, man.
Nah, not at all. I can't do that, man. It looks too weird.
I think that I need, like, in order to appreciate something, like, I wouldn't buy that, so I'd have to get it for free in order to try it. What we got here?
We got this Nike Lab Roshi 2 Flynet Cargo. Now, y'all remember a couple years ago when the Roshi was the shoe to go to, man?
No, I have never owned a pair of Roshi.
For real.
Really
Everybody was buying Roshis back in the days, man, for real. I don't know why y'all didn't. I got a couple pair of Roshis myself. But.
You bought Roshis before Air Maxes?
Yeah, I got some Roshis. They comfortable, man.
You bought Roshis before Air Maxes?
Yeah, they comfortable.
He got some one of them Rockports. Isn't that what you picked up? How come we didn't show the Rockports off, Marcus?
Oh, wow.
Why you didn't show the sketches that you picked up over the weekend?
Because I left them at your mama house.
Oh.
She threw your shit outside.
You got some Doc Martens there?
She
Marcus
said,
got them Stacey Adams.
She said your stroke was weak, so she threw your shit outside.
Oh, man.
Weird you're talking to your mom about that.
All right, so,
young man you brought over.
don't bring him back. All right, so the Nike KD10 Igloo. I wonder if these glow in the dark. Maul, you know?
They should.
Yes.
Yes, they do, actually. I saw the Nike photo.
I like those.
Bro, they kind of dope. I mean, I haven't really liked too many of the KDs, but they all right.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah, they a possible pickup. The Nike
It should definitely be a different color.
and this Kyrie 3, this mac and cheese. I know Maul already got that on the way. But this
I got those.
Those are kids.
Yes.
Oh, they're kids.
Color, my dude.
Oh, damn.
I think they're dope.
I know they are. They are.
Yeah,
Though.
right.
They're Warriors.
Yeah, you got the Warriors thing to it.
Fuck the Warriors, but I mean, I think the colorway is nice though.
Of the world.
And we got some more of the Jordan 2 Decons. This Thunder Blue.
Can we put an end to the decons? Like, really?
I'm going to grab a pair of Decons, man.
Are you really?
At some point.
They sell out, man. They sell out.
They
Here
do.
in Atlanta, they're selling out.
What are they putting out? 10 per store?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are limited, you know. But
Those are the fresh out specials. Those are like somebody be wearing a velvet Fila suit.
Boy, that's a good combo, man. That's a good combo. Get a burgundy velvet. Yeah.
People that wear those wear knee pads when they hoop.
Pino called those the poor man kick at the force.
Yeah, the poor man Dons.
That's
These
his
sales
pet
are kind of dope.
That's his pet peeve. The poor
No,
man.
they're not dope.
They are.
They're not
They're
dope.
just Don-less.
These are dope. I like
Your
those.
dope and my dope are different, okay?
All right.
We don't
I
have
got
the
that
same
good dope.
Ghetto dope.
You got that super cut dope.
But these multicolor Adidas Ultra Boost 3.0, these pretty dope. I like these.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got to go my crap.
I don't know if I dropped 200 on them, but they all right.
I like that Phoenix Suns colorway.
All white midsole.
Man, we got a lot of Kyries coming out, don't we? A lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
They are
That was a
purging.
rumor.
The aqua are supposed to, or the Tiffany colorway or whatever.
Right.
They're supposed to be around.
Is that legit? Is that a rumor?
Don
Brian, you
C's.
know?
Which one?
Lies young.
These ones on screen?
Yeah, the aqua joints.
Yeah, the Tiffany ones or the
Yeah,
aquas?
there's an Aqua releasing, but I don't know if it's gonna be what's the date on that? The 15th or the 20th?
Yeah, it's Saturday. That's this Saturday. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
I
anything
haven't
about it.
Yeah, I try to run for official images, and there's nothing yet on the website. So I kind of doubt that they're gonna release.
And if
this
they are going to
weekend.
drop a halfway decent color, can they at least like hype it up a little bit?
I
Like,
know.
oh, it's Friday. Here, buy this Kyrie. No, go fuck yourself.
Hey, easy old swang. Them fucking Kyries are dope.
They are, but still, you gotta build the anticipation, build the hype. Did Nike basketball do something right? Shit.
They used to do that back in the day. It told the whole story with the pack and everything.
Right.
It's like they just throw out certain shoes here and there. And
Nah, man. Nike's like that.
What's the cost? Marcus, what's the cost? Are they 190?
250.
250? They could eat a dick.
Trash can.
a whole bag.
Yeah. That's
Now
horrible.
that brown color is supposed to be like super limited or something, right?
I would punch somebody's mama
like
for those.
2,500. That's what I heard, I think.
Aren't they like you buy them and you don't know which color you get?
Yeah, it's like some
Exactly.
weird Wonka BS. Like,
Fuck
here, buy this
that.
shoe. What?
Fuck
what
that.
color is it?
I mean, I know the
What
brown
if
ones
you
are.
wanted the black ones and you got the brown ones? You're like, God damn it.
Yeah, I mean you
The
have to sell
packaging, the
them.
packaging kind of dope though. It's got
Can't wear the package.
Oh, we lost somebody. Oh, we lost him. We
lost
lost Marcus. Oh man, what a surprise!
Give it a second. He'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you by Net Zero.
Eyes back.
You gotta change your CD-ROM.
Eyes back.
Change your CD-ROM.
This one goes out to Shady Pines.
And then weak ass wireless. Is that it for the?
That's it.
It's on nap time.
That's it.
Lights out.
So let's see. Oh, it's my turn. It's my turn. All right. So, boom. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight, and just like every other Monday night, it's time for the gap.
What the hell they putting out water, Marcus?
Ass, or pass.
Or pass.
All right, so what it really boils down to is you get 2 points. 2 for gas. You get 0 points for ass, and you get 1 point for pass. And I will keep score during this time. So what we have is a regular series where we have the up and coming. So today we have Kev, we have Maul, we have Old Man Marcus, and we have Brian, and we have me.
Wait, Lars Young said Polo and Sips. Really, dude?
I'm just saying. I mean, like,
how thirsty do you have to be to get that much satisfaction drinking water?
My dude Lars is the king of hashtags, man.
Yeah, he really is. I just want y'all to look at this face right here.
Boom! I see it.
And the ecstasy that's coming with this straw. Like, he is so excited to have that in his mouth right now.
Hey, that's a look at when you're losing $10,000.
Oh Lord!
hey, I'm gonna say you look like
$10,000 sip.
All right, hold on. Let's see.
Who's under the table? Who's under the table?
Stop sharing that one. All right.
Dan was tickling me with his fake leg. That's what.
Tickling me with their fake leg. Don't get weird.
Seriously,
You're making it weird, Marcus. All right, so let's see.
You made it weird all weekend.
Mike said, "Hey, girl."
All right. So we're about to get this started. All right. So let's see. There we go. And boom. And we'll start off with this shoe right here. Now this is Kev's choice. Let me get here so I can expand this a bit. All right. And Kev, please, let's go ahead, take it away, get it started.
All right. Now, I mean, this is a takeoff on a classic Cherry 13s, except for it's blue. Blue is actually my favorite color. Blue's actually my favorite color. So I mean, if it's red, I mean, I'll take the blue color. So I think it's a dope shoe. You know, I know a lot of people, you know, when you take a original and you change it up just enough for it to be different, people don't like it. They call it lazy. It is what it is. I like the shoe. I'm gonna cop it. So I'm gonna gas it because I'm buying it.
Kevin, I also like blue. But this shit right here, I'm not supporting that. I'm not supporting that. That's a hard pass. Like, when's the rumored release date for this?
March.
Yeah.
Well, it's 2018. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. There's so much more you can do with that. I mean, if they really want to sell it, there's still a little, you know, Kentucky logo on a Jumpman. That'll make it gas. But as is, it's a pass.
Nah, I'll take it without fuck Kentucky.
Right, fuck Kentucky.
I like that.
Marcus.
Well, that's what it looks like, a Kentucky PE.
Be quiet, it ain't your turn. It's a gas for me. It's a 13. I like Kev. I like that blue and white, so it's a definite pickup for me.
Yep. And Brian?
Oh, that's gas. Definitely getting those. I love blue too, so yeah, that's 100% for me. You
guys are perpetuating their laziness.
Faux show. Well, I shall also join the perpetuation of the laziness. This is super dope. I love when they have like the normal shoe where it's red and they just replace it with blue. I like that idea. I like taking those shots like with the bread. Like when I get the bread 4s, like the Motorsport and the Fire Red, I think look real dope. The Royal and the bread look real dope in pictures, you know. So I dig it. So that, and I will tell you right now that the chat, while has passed, and there's a couple of Nicki Minaj, but it was mainly gas in the comment section.
On.
So, somebody said gassy, and I think that's kind of weird.
Just slap a lipstick on a pig.
Yep. So that's 11 for Kev. Now with Maul, we get this shoe right here, and this is the Tuxedo Kyrie 3.
No, this is the cookies and cream Kyrie.
Cookies and cream.
White upper, black midsole with
some
speckle. I want some milk and cookies.
Molly, a hater.
So this is the first Kyrie that has the two-tone colorway on the well, it's not really the toe box, but you know, you get the drift. So finally, a splash of creativity from the wonderful folks at Nike. So I think it's a good start. Hopefully this hits Nike ID. It's a great base for a custom. I'll cop at least one, maybe two. What about you?
Marcus.
It's a pass. It's too, I don't know.
It's too what?
It's too much white. I'm just not feeling it, man.
So the Jordan that you just gassed was all white with a splash of blue.
That's different, though.
So, that's different. It's a 13, and Jordan said buy it, so I'm going to buy it.
Ain't got nothing to do with Jordan.
Got everything to do with Jordan.
It's a dope silhouette. If Steph Curry wore the 13,
first of all, Dan, you don't fucking like 13s.
Too late.
That's true.
I don't. But I like the. I told you I like that play on the red and the blue.
Yeah.
I like that.
I hope you enjoy your swipe pick.
My swipe pick? Yeah, I know it's gonna be dope. Thanks. All right, so Marcus, you gave it a pass.
Yeah, it's a pass. I mean, I could have asked it, which I thought about, but I'm trying to be nice to your ass.
Go for it. Shit. Don't hold back now. Shit. Ask the motherfucker.
I got to pass on those. The tuxedo, I like those, but these, I'm just not feeling them. So, pass for me.
Okay. So I really want this pair and the tuxedo pair. So this is gonna get a gas for me. I think it's dope. And again, I like to play on the opposing colors, you know, the negative. I like to do that type of shot, so it's fun. So yeah, boom. Gas.
And
yeah,
it's going to be a John Stockton for me. It's going to be a pass to the mailman. Return to sender.
And I'm going to tell you, like, the chat was really nice to you. They gave you a pass. So Maul walks away with a score of 8. Hold on a sec. Shut up!
Could have muted that.
Yeah, no, I'm not muting shit. All right. Now here we go with Marcus and another Kyrie 3.
Ass.
Marcus.
Really? You gonna ask this?
I'm gonna ask you, bitch.
Anyway, I think this is dope. I like the black and the gold together on there with that speckle white midsole, gum bottom. That's funky. I mean, Maul, if you ask that, then I mean, you know, that just shows the hater in you. But I think it's a dope shoe.
Maybe I want a little bit more creativity.
Okay, the white one was, what was creative about the white one? The Oreo. I mean, how many damn Oreos are we gonna get?
Said Casablanca.
Aesthetic. Way to go. Yeah, someone else go.
Yeah, it's Brian. Brian.
It's on me?
Yeah, it is.
I think it's like borderline between a pass and gas for me. So I'll say gas for him. I like him.
All right, Marcus, these are ass. These are boring. It's the Obsidian. They're like, okay, we have this shoe.
It's not Obsidian. It's black and gold.
No, I know it is. I know it's black.
But it's not the fucking Obsidian.
I mean, but if I pull up the Obsidian, it's the same.
Man. Everyone.
It's the same color. It's just,
are you colorblind, motherfucker? Black and blue are not the same.
I know it's not the same, motherfucker. What I'm saying is, if you hold this picture up to the Obsidian picture, it looks exactly the same. I don't know. I just don't dig it. And
your logic is horrible. It's the worst ever. I mean, it just makes
whatever.
sense.
You're getting 0 points from me, motherfucker.
Wow. What's the damn points? Keep your points.
Kev?
It's just a pass for me, man. I just got.
These are gas-ish. I'll probably cop them. Similarly. Well, hopefully they get sent to me. That'll make life a lot easier. But like you, I like to take the the kid shots so I can get either my daughter or my son the Obsidian pair, throw these on, do a little side-by-side action, and a little father-daughter, father-son bonding. But gas-ish.
All right, so these got a pass from the comment section, so that leaves Marcus with a score of 8. All right, and then next up we have this shoe. Now I know this shoe is making its return, but this is coming from Brian. Brian, go ahead and take it away.
I mean, it's pretty much like the infrared, but instead, obviously, we got blue going on. But
there's a theme.
Huh?
There's a theme.
I can't hear you.
He's saying there's a theme. Like Nike's getting lazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're doing that. I get that, but to me, these are still dope. I mean, all black upper. You can use them as a beater. Eventually, I plan on it, and then got a little bit of blue, and blue's my favorite color, so that's why I like them.
All right, there's a question in the chat, and I'm pretty sure it's for you, Brian, and it's from Jang Kevin Hong, and he's wanting to know if the UNCs, if these 6s are set. Do you know if they're supposed to be super mega GR like the infrareds were?
I don't know for sure, but I mean, more than likely these will be GR.
These will be a Uber general release.
Yeah.
They're gonna be sitting like crazy.
They're
the December 23rd release.
Oh, yeah. So these will be a super mega GR. So Jang, I don't know. I feel like I'm raping your name right now.
Oh, Lord.
Really bad.
Yeah.
That's fucked
So
up.
these are gas for Brian. And these are gas for me as well. And even though I know it has the UNC color on it, and I know feel free to get at me about it, that's fine. But again, I like to do the little swiping picture things. And also, I like black suede, or nubuck, whatever. I really like this shoe. Suede. I like this shoe. So it's gas for me. Kev.
It's a gas for me too. I picked the shoe before, so I mean, I like blue. So I mean, I like the infrared 6, like he said. I mean, I'm definitely gonna cop them. So it's a straight gas.
So, do you know if these have 3M or not?
I don't think so. There's not enough images. The one I did see that kind of had a flash to it. I mean, it didn't seem like it was kind of weird angle though. So I don't think they do.
All right, Maul.
Well, of course I'll pick them up eventually. You know, it's a gas, but I'm not paying $190 for these for the lack of creativity. It's a UNC blue, the alternate colorway. So, you know, I'll definitely scoop them up at some point. I might even just do a Nike order right away, just as a placeholder, wait for the price to go down. But you'll get the gas on this.
All right. And old man Marcus.
Marcus, can you hear us?
I got to pass because I passed the first time, so I got to pass.
You copping though?
Yeah, but you copping like
I don't know. I don't know.
You are.
It's a North Carolina.
I mean, yeah, you know, I love my North Carolina colorways on shoes, but I don't know, man. I don't know, especially coming out. I don't know with all the stuff that's coming out
23rd
of the year.
Yeah, but they pushed up the 11th to the 9th, so you got a solid 2 weeks.
Still, because I want like probably 3, 4, 5, however many 11s I can get.
You ain't wrong.
Going ham on the 11s.
All right.
People calling you a hater in the
Who calling me a hater?
everybody.
Oh well, I mean, you know, it's all they do is talk shit about me. It's okay.
You just keep talking about me.
It's
How many 11s? How many 11s you copping?
All of them.
As many as I can get.
He gave a pass, and the chat also gave a pass on these, so it's gonna walk away with a 10 for Brian, and then I picked these guys just to try something different. I really do. I will pick this pair up. I think the glow sole is really exciting, and I've seen some different type of lacing on these things. And I'm really interested to try this shoe and see how it works. And so these it's getting the gas for me. Kev?
Sore subject. Because I don't mind this shoe.
FKD.
I'm not gonna buy him though. So I don't think it's a bad shoe. I won't ask it, but I'm gonna have to throw the oop on these and pass it to somebody who want them.
All right. Maul?
So, I mean, they're okay. I do like the glow soles. I think the shot will be really dope. Aside from that, though, it's just really, really plain. I mean, what's retail on them? $150?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's just a lot of laziness. Is that by the swoosh? Is that 3M? Do you know the specs on that?
I do not.
It looks a little reflective from here. I mean, that part's kind of dope, but like the muted laces and the tongue, the KD is gray. It's like, really? Just gonna slap gray and glow and then send it to production and call it a day? I mean, I gotta pass.
All right.
But I think Steph in the chat, she wants a pair, so.
Yeah, she loves her some KD.
Yes, sir.
Old man Marcus.
Pre-Golden State, I would have bought these.
You would not.
I would have. I would have bought these when they hit the outlet.
Damn, you're lying.
Now, since he would go to state, I ain't buying shit.
Wait, who do you root for in basketball?
He's a Rockets fan.
I'm a Rockets fan, number one, and Cleveland.
Okay. Number 2. Cleveland, number 2.
So are these ass for you, old man?
I'm a pass. I mean, they're not horrible. I just don't like that dude no more. But it's a dope shoe.
But you like LeBron?
Yeah,
like
people
LeBron.
are going. I've seen so many fuck KDs.
It's not the same thing, dude.
It's the same difference.
It's not the same.
Oh, it's different.
Whatever. It's not the same. It's
same
not
different.
the same.
Yeah, it is different, but it's all the same.
Not the same.
Brian, what's your
KD gets no love from me. No love. That's ass. I can't stand that guy. Not after he went.
Not after what?
Not after he went over to Golden State.
Yeah.
But you rock with LeBron. You rock with LeBron?
Shit on anybody else that would have did this for a different team besides Golden State. You would have shit on them.
You rock with LeBron?
I like LeBron. Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right.
I feel like that's a whole different scenario, and we can go on that too.
It's potatoes. I mean,
It's
apples and oranges. It's all in the same
Nobody
basket.
says potato. Nobody. So here's the thing: is the winner of this deal is Kev with the Hyper Royal 13. So that's
What's that, 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah.
What? Oh, Milk Dud got 2 weeks in a row.
I would like to change my pass to an ass. Thank you.
And by the way, I got an ass from the chat because it was a lot of fuck KD, fuck KD, and I'm with you. That was some bullshit, but at the same time, like I want to try that shoe out. So, thank you for playing in the the gap, and let's get it started. Let's get the main deal of the show started, and we're gonna start with Maul.
Entertain. All right, y'all. So as I mentioned, I did not cop anything this weekend, mostly because I took an L. I got salty and it was in my feelings, and I said I'm not buying anything. So, but it got me to thinking, what's the longest that I could go without actually buying a shoe? So a few years back, I actually tried this. This was, for Lent. I was gonna go 40 days without buying a shoe, and I kind of went 40-ish. Kind of snuck a purchase in and somehow rationalized it around like the 15th day or something like that. But then I was strong with the rest, I promise, So just in general, what's the longest you have gone, or what's the longest you think you can go without making a sneaker purchase?
So I think for me, the longest I've gone is like a week.
That'll count like nothing, then.
Yeah, and it's like I usually feel like, man, something's wrong, or I'm like worried about something, but I'll end up like, oh, I can't even buy my sneakers right now, but I'll buy the kids a pair or some shit, just to like make me feel okay about it. Like it's like a week. It's like a week. I think that's about as long as I can go without doing something.
You start getting shakes and start sweating. I'm like,
yeah, no, I start going through DTs. Like, it's a problem. Like, I'm in the bathroom shivering and shit.
Like Pookie in the crack house doing jumping jacks.
Yeah, I gotta do the thing.
They just keep calling me.
Free little Pookie.
Keep calling me.
Free little Pookie.
Marcus.
Well, for me, the longest I went a year without copping kicks. This was a long time ago. I went a whole year without buying any kicks. But since I've been back in it, I think the longest I've gone is 3 weeks. I could go longer. I mean, there's not a reason why I couldn't go longer. It's just that's all I've done. And then now being on this show with you guys, I feel like I got to buy a pair every week just so I can have something to pop up and show on here. So at this point, it's probably
don't blame it on your brothers, man. Don't blame it on your brothers. That's messed up.
Man, whatever. It's your fault, especially yours. Yeah, you cop shit every day.
That's like blaming your crack habit on the neighbors because it's a crack house. Like,
I mean, if it's right next door and I can walk over there and get a pipe and shit, what the fuck you got to do? Sit over here and watch them smoke and shit, and not enjoy the finer luxuries of crack.
That explains that water sip picture.
What y'all doing over there?
But yeah, I think probably most recently, I think 2 weeks has been the longest that I've gone without buying any kicks.
Brian, how about you? That's the longest you've been without actually purchasing?
I would say about 8 months, honestly. Even when I've been in it. See, me, it's like I have a lot of OGs, and I'm kind of happy with that. And I don't know. It's like I feel like at times, like Jordan Brand just, I'll be honest, they're releasing kind of the same stuff, and then it gets kind of, you get it in hand, and it's like, you know what, I really need these? I question myself, and it's more about trying to be smart with my money as well. So it's not necessarily me not liking the shoe, but if it's a Jordan 14, I'd buy it, first day. But that's kind of like my model that I get hyped over. So if it's a Jordan 14, I wouldn't go that long. So but there was no 14s dropping, and so about 8 months, I would say, something like that.
So, did you pick up the DMP pack? I mean,
yep.
So that just dropped though, right? 8 months ago. You said it's been. Oh, that's the longest.
Yeah, that's the longest I've been. Yeah.
Ah, got you. But I didn't. I couldn't pick up that pack. I wanted that pack so bad, but I just can't bring myself to spend $500 on it.
It's $400 on RU Villa.
I've seen places. Who had a Kick Square had them for like $3.
Somebody had for $3 something recently.
Damn,
maybe $3. Somebody might have it for $350 over the weekend.
I'll find out.
I'll split trigger for $350.
So, Kev,
it's tough for me, man. I mean, it all depends on when something's gonna come out. I mean, I could go a month without buying anything as long as nothing I like comes out. I mean, I know I'm gonna get used to not buying shoes here in the next little while. So I mean,
but Kevin, even when something not dropping, it don't make you want to go back and pick up some shoes you missed or some Grails or something.
It does, but I've been going back on eBay, and I've been getting on StockX, and I'll start looking at it. And actually today I was looking at what was it, those family Jordan 1s, because Ray had them. Ray had a picture of them. They look dope, and I was like, man, I should get these. I could probably get them for the low. I think I seen them for like $150 on eBay, and I was like, man, you don't really need to get that. When you like, how often are you going to wear these things? So, I kind of talked myself out of it, and I've noticed myself talking myself out of, buying certain things. And then as soon as I do that, something comes up where I need to spend my money in other places. So, I mean, like the car will need tires, the car will need, brakes. I mean, I'm in my car all day for work, so I can't neglect that. But, I mean, it all depends on what's happening. I could go a month, 2.
I don't know, man. Ebates, a Nike promo code, they know how to sucker me in.
Yeah, eBay almost got me on another Paul George, but I was like, man, yeah, you can save 10%, but I could save 100% if I don't spend shit.
Yeah, that goes for everything.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
you can make 2,000% if you got rid of your collection. I mean, shit.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, so I don't know. I did do a sale. I sold one of my. I'm not gonna say how much I sold them for, but I sold a one pair of my 750s. To get this basement taken care of sooner than later. So I'll be changing.
You sold a pair of 750s to get the basement taken care of.
Yeah, me and my dad are gonna finish down here.
Lars with the fucking hashtags.
What'd he say?
Lars is the hashtag king. Don't spend shit.
Hey, that's what I need. That's where I need to be. I mean, I think I'm to the point where I can get rid of things to make room for what I really want.
I want to get to that point.
I mean, the space is already a problem, and then it's going to be even less of a space because right now I have this whole part of the basement, but it's going to be split into two. So there's going to be a bedroom over here, and then where I'm looking at is going to be my shoe area. So I need to have room for that. I can't annex out to all the other rooms. So I'm gonna rein it in a little bit.
I literally feel like every time I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna cop this, or I'm gonna slow down, I have an explosion immediately after the deal. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna slow down, and then all of a sudden I'm a fucking raging alcoholic. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what that means. I don't know if I'm just like, I'm a sneakerhead. I always feel like every time I say I'm gonna slow down, it's just like the same thing as like a crackhead. It's like, yeah, I ain't gonna smoke that stuff no more. And then 3 weeks later, I got burnt ass lips.
Yeah, you say that on a Wednesday, but when Friday hits, you ready to get wild.
Yeah, exactly. Like I try so hard. Like I can't spend no more. I gotta focus. Oh, they dropping those premium Jordan 5s? Yeah, great.
But I also look at like a lot of the shoes that I have, and I'm like, man, did I really need to buy those? Like, I wish I could get rid of them for what I paid for them, and because some of the, not every shoe appreciates. So, I mean, it's, I start looking at that.
Sneakers Anonymous.
Yeah, we should start that up.
Yeah.
That'd be some really messed up stuff.
With trademarking people.
Out here giving advice on how to be sober when we can't go a week without a cop.
I don't know about everybody on the panel. I don't know about everybody on the panel, but I'm the one that's sober. I can tell you that. So Ryan, old Swang Swang, where's he at? Where's old Swang Swang?
About his car.
Yeah, no, he's got a rule. He said, I'm trying to find that.
Oh, sell the cop.
I have to sell the cop. So, does anybody else? I know, but what do y'all think about that? The sell the cop thing. Y'all think that's
yeah, that's great, man. I'm a salesman, so I sell 9 to 5, so I can cop the other hours.
I think it's a good concept if you can grasp it, and then you don't have that feeling afterwards, like, man, I shouldn't have got rid of those because
that's my problem.
Yeah,
seller's remorse.
I can't sell my shoes. I love them. It's like I feel like I might be able to sell one of my kids though. I don't think I could get much for them.
You traded a couple. You did well a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I did. I sold those Yeezys, and I was able to cop things that I really, really wanted. The Atmos, the Master. It funded my trip to New York, which was really dope. Brian, how do you feel about sell to cop?
I mean, if it works for people, then it's probably, I guess, but it won't work for me. I'd be remorseful. I'd keep thinking about that shoe I sold, and then I'd wind up buying it again. So I couldn't personally.
More than you sold it for. That's what happens to me.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't do it.
This dude said, my shoes are like hoes. Some you want to ride longer. Jesus.
Who said that?
Roll Swang Swang. He said that shit.
Get him, Banks.
Oh, man. Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I seen a sneaker sergeant said that he tells his wife he's going to sell one, but it never happens.
I've been saying that for like 10 years.
No comment.
Yeah, but dude, you got like 3 faux pair
And
of shoes. You could sell 2 and still have 2.
Yeah, the day I sell 2 is the day that pair gets messed up.
Well, you got another pair.
No.
I mean, you got Rejuvenator in your closet, and it works well. You can use code Monday Midsole, save 10% off your purchase.
10. I give it a 10.
Yeah, 10%. Yeah, Marcus, are you selling anything? I mean, like, what do you feel about shoes being hose, and sometimes you gotta sell them and upgrade, I guess.
I'm not selling unless I got doubles. That's it. Or I go out and buy something that I know that's gonna be hype just to sell. Even if I don't like it or whatever. But if it's my personal stash, nah, I'll never sell those. I mean, it'd have to be some serious reason for me to sell my shoes. I just can't do it. So it's got to be a double.
Yeah, I mean, and I do have doubles, so I mean, with that intent and purpose to get rid of.
I have 1 double. 1.
This is the 8.
Yeah, it's the only shoe that fucking matters. Everything else is subpar to that shoe.
Which one you got doubles on?
Aqua 8. It's my favorite shoe of all time. Like I have to have a double of that shoe.
I understand. When the black cement 3s come out, I'll pick up a couple pair of those.
Them cement.
It's cement. It's cement.
It's cement. Damn it! It's cement.
It's cement, motherfucker. Listen. I know other folks that say cement. It ain't just me. That's how you say the word.
No, that's just all you country folk.
Not even country folk. I think Dee Dee says it like that.
She didn't say cement.
Dee Dee, you're in the chat. I know you say cement.
Listen, I don't say cement, okay? I say cement.
The thriller from Manila says he's getting ready to tell a bunch.
Mister, don't try to play me, okay?
in the chat right now, comment S-E-E or S-U-H. If you say summit, right, S-U-H. If you say cement, right, S-E-E. Not seamen, not seaman. Cement.
I say goo.
I say B-O-T-J.
Kev says icing.
Yeah, frosting.
Gross. Seattle Seahawks.
Cement.
It's cement.
Concrete. Cement.
Saw that, yeah.
Cement. See, I'm right. You're wrong. Anyway.
Cement.
Not like semen. That's cement.
Cement.
See, look at all these C's. So I'm right, you're wrong. You say it weird.
Bro, you say semen.
Semen.
You have semen on your 4s, and I'm weird?
I have hardwood floors. They're full of shit. Anyway, Kev, please save us from this gross conversation. Oh, it's after 9. We're good. We're good.
Right.
Bro, the wheels done fell off a long time ago.
Yeah.
Beard.
All right. Whoa. What are we talking about?
Lord of mercy.
I'm out of that one.
Beard butter? I'm so down for beard butter.
All right.
It's a her thing, not a him thing, guy.
All right.
Just making sure.
Okay.
Hey, man, you still my dude. I mean,
move right along.
not that there's anything wrong with that.
I love you, brother. But now we got to get separate rooms.
It's glaze, I suppose.
Oh, it's getting deeper.
Oh, boy. Vachetta.
All right. So what I want to talk about was, I mean, we're all watching the NBA and all the other pro sports. And you're noticing that, I mean, there's no like team loyalty. I mean, but there's no loyalty from the team to the player either. So, does a player's mobility affect your loyalty to brands or teams? Like for me, like I've always been, I'll always be an Ohio State fan. This I know because it's always a different crop of people coming in, and it's just it's the staple for me. But when it comes to pro teams now, like I'm a Cavs fan, but I'm a LeBron fan. And growing up, I was a Jordan fan. Used to have all the Bull stuff. Then LeBron came in there, and now I have all the Cavs stuff. LeBron leaves. I'm not going to get rid of my Cavs stuff. But, I mean, I'm not going to just go out there. I'm not going to just buy other Cavs shit. I mean, if they're not going to compete, I don't really see the need to to stay with him. I'm not a Dan Gilbert fan. I mean, that's his team at the end of the day. And I mean, as far as, a player, say if a player leaves from Nike and goes, like LeBron, if he leaves Nike and goes to Adidas, would I start buying more Adidas? I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? If your favorite players move, do you start opening your mind up to other things?
That's kind of hard because let's say, okay, LeBron is my favorite player in the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if LeBron goes to Golden State or to the Mavericks or one of those whack-ass teams that I don't like, I'm done with LeBron. I'm done.
I can feel that.
And so, I mean, but it all depends. I'm a Rockets fan. I mean, I'm a cheer for them regardless if they're good or if they're horrible. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more of a fan of different players. Like I say, LeBron is my favorite, then James Harden. I love Carmelo or whatever. So, as long as they go and play for teams that I'm okay with, then I'm loyal and I'm gonna stick with them. But like I said, if they go to a couple of teams in the league, I can't mess with them. Like when LeBron went to Miami, I was done with him for a few years. When he came back to Cleveland, I was good. I have no ties to Cleveland. I didn't want him to go to Miami. You know what I'm saying? So It just varies.
Sounds very wishy-washy to me.
I don't care. I don't if I like the player. I like the player. Like I like the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons. I do like the Falcons, but I like the Atlanta Hawks. Right, as it pertains to basketball. And nobody on the Atlanta Hawks really has WNBA is so much better, right? Better game right now.
Who said that?
It's Pixie. So anyway, I don't for me, I don't think anything to a team. I have no attachment to a team when it comes to sneakers. You know what I mean? I don't. If I did, I'd be all about those Mike Vicks, and because he was a Falcon when those shoes came out, they make them with Falcons colors, but I just don't like that shoe, For me, while Jordan is awesome and Jordan's dope, I love the shoes because of the nostalgia for me. I like watching LeBron play, but I like his shoes because the fucking shoes are dope. I like that.
But would you say? I mean, you like LeBron, but you're not a huge fan of the newer stuff. But say we cut it off at LeBron 10, and then he jumped over to Adidas. Do you think that you would be in the market for the Adidas LeBrons?
No.
Okay.
I don't like what Adidas does with basketball. Really, Harden's shoe is out there, and there's that explosive. Is that what it is? The crazy explosive. Their basketball shoe that has all the Ultra Boost in it. Mm-hmm. And I don't like it. Outside of there's not a whole lot of Adidas. I sold all my NMDs. I got rid of all the regular NMDs. I have the Titalo XR1.
Titalo.
I have that one pair left of the XR1s. I have 2 pair of Ultra Boots. I feel like I only need 2 pair of Ultra Boots. I have the Parlay, and then I have my dad's shoes, and then I have 3 pair of Yeezys. And I just can't really get into. Yeah, I think that's the thing is what sneakers are and said. Adidas basketball looks terrible off court, but it may be the best basketball shoe in the world. I don't know. I don't fucking play basketball. I don't even play NBA 2K. So it's whatever. I don't play 2K either. Brian, what's your take?
Well, my favorite player in the league is Chris Paul, and he was traded to the Rockets. So my 2 teams, I guess you would say, are the Kings and the Clippers. But now I feel like I kind of got to rock with the Rockets a bit because I enjoy watching him play, and I just think he's phenomenal. But let's say if he went to Golden State, I would hate him. I would absolutely hate Chris Paul. I wouldn't rock with him at all.
What if he had gone to LA with Kobe?
Kobe? I wouldn't have liked him. I probably wouldn't have liked him. The Kings and the Lakers have this whole it's a rivalry going on, and I keep saying OKC. Golden State Warriors, I mean, we don't have to get into that, but they're 70, they were a 73-9 team.
Yep. but they didn't get a ring, so no one gives them respect. So it doesn't matter.
I mean, you get respect based off the record.
No, you get F this, F that. You know, you blew a 3-1 lead. You're trash. Curry's soft. He's too light skinned. He can't take it to the paint. Kyrie's better. LeBron bullied him. LeBron is the best. He's the GOAT. Yada yada yada. And then
he's speaking fast.
I'm just listening to this man hate.
And then they scoop up KD, and everyone's like, "They're the best team ever. They were 73-9.
Well,
but you did 73-9.
Okay, OKC had a chance to beat them in the semifinals, and they choked and choked. So instead of beating him, he joins them. Mm-hmm. That's my whole logic behind it.
And the second best player in the league goes there. I mean, to a 73-9. I mean, come on.
Like I you know what? I respect them as a team. I think Curry's a great player, and I'm never going to talk bad about Curry, or Klay Thompson or KD. I think they're great. I just feel like you're forming a beyond a super team now. I don't even know what you can call it. And yeah, we can go back to saying the LeBron going to Miami thing. We can get into that too. But it's not the same. They weren't a 73-9 team the year prior.
No, they just cooked up 8 free agents to say, hey, we're all going to play on this island.
Yeah, they did that.
They had old dudes. They had dudes with bad knees. They didn't have guys playing in their prime. Dwayne Wade was getting old. He had bad knees.
Now Dwayne Wade was averaging 25 plus.
What's the other
30 points a game, but now Dwayne Wade, he's trash.
Ray Allen
came later on.
I never said that
he's the latter part of the regime.
Never said the dude with trash, okay?
But Dwayne Wade was.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Brian.
Oh, no, you can go ahead. I'm sorry. You go ahead.
I mean, Dwayne Wade was at a point where he was older. His body was beat up. He wasn't in his great shape. You know what I'm saying? You can't compare those two teams. You got guys in their freaking
on
prime.
A regular.
Okay.
How bad are your knees when you're jumping out the gym?
Okay. You're right. You're right, Mom. You're absolutely right. You are right. There have been several super teams in the league, just like Golden State, with 5 All-Stars playing in the starting lineup. You're absolutely right. Come on, man.
A team like that has never existed. A team like that has never existed.
If that team would have been in Cleveland or anywhere else that you don't like, you would have been saying the same shit. But since it's Golden State,
4 All-Stars,
4 old motherfuckers,
All-Stars,
4 old dudes,
Ray, Paul Pierce, KD. They were getting chips. They were getting chips.
They were old. These guys are in there. These guys could play another 5 years, and still be in their prime. Come on, man.
Huge press conference. I'm going to be taking my
time just to break up the Maul and Marcus show. Brian, what you?
So okay, let's say. Yeah, I didn't mean to get you guys going. I enjoy these kind of conversations. I don't know. I have them with friends, so yeah. But if Chris Paul, let's say he went to Adidas, and granted his Jordan brand, his signature shoes aren't that great right now to begin with. Kyrie, I think, and Paul George are like the best basketball shoes right now in the league, look-wise, that is. But I probably wouldn't rock with them. I wouldn't. But I will say this: Adidas, the Harden Volume 1, is actually, it looks nice to me, and I haven't played them yet, but I don't know. I can't talk about that, but they look dope. So I couldn't. They probably butcher it, to be honest. So, but then again, his signature shoe isn't that great right now to begin with. So, I guess it could be an improvement. You know.
I think KD is the only one that has an argument to leave anybody to go because his shoes, like even the 10s. And while I did pick that 10 for this time because I think it's neat what they're doing, his shoes have been trashed since what? The 7? The 4, according to
I thought the 7 was decent.
Yeah, the only one that I would actually buy and rock would be the Aunt Pearl.
Yeah. Honestly, the 4s were the best, hands down. And then they just started going downhill. And I think, what was it? The 8 was just.
Well, the 5 was random. It was just a random mid.
Yeah.
A team basketball shoe. And then they went low again with the 6s. They had a couple dope colorways, the preheat. The All-Star game was dope. They had the Liger. So they had a couple dope themes. The Emperor was okay with the flowers and everything on it. But then there was really no progression. There was no real improvement, you know, from 6 to 7, from 7 to 8. And the 9 and 10 are damn near twins. Like,
yeah, those 6s was trash can.
Nah, that was all right. That's
he had
a good run too, but he dropped 66 in New York, so they had the all orange colorway and whatnot.
Yeah, I got those.
This is too long, man.
The 6s are the 6s are the little skinny jokers, right?
Yeah, them things look
it's
crazy.
Cigar shaped.
Oh yeah, they got that weird flap. It
goes over like
yeah.
It's trash.
Yeah, it's like fucking baseball shoe.
So
now coming to the mound.
Marcus.
Yes,
Marcus,
sir.
let's talk about your first experience. Let's talk about your cherry that got popped.
Yeah, my cherry was popped this weekend. It was my first.
Put that picture up.
My first sneaker-con.
That explains the water.
Come on, here we go with this. my first sneaker-con. I've been to several sneaker conventions, but this is my first time going to sneaker-con, and I mean it was amazing. And I think the main reason why the experience was amazing is because of Dan and everybody else that showed up. I mean, off the top, you know, walking in with the superstar of Kicks today, and the attention this dude got walking in. You're gonna really leave that picture sitting there, Dan, while I'm sitting there, while I'm hyping you up.
I gotta take it down now.
And building you up to be this amazing dude. But no, for real, we walked in, and I mean, like, there was a line sitting outside waiting to get in, and Dan walked in, and the crowd they lost it. They went crazy. You know, they was like, there's the man. And I mean, and Dan was the man all over the place. Everybody knew him. Everybody loved him. And it takes a lot. Y'all know I'm grumpy as fuck, okay? And I watched Dan in action. And I mean, just to see the way he was with people, I know he was tired, his leg was swollen, but he still took pictures of everybody. He still shook people's hands. The man was signing freaking shoes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so it was a cool experience. And then getting to meet everybody. I mean, the Sneaker Sergeant, Unbox app, you know, Steph Smitty. I mean, I can go on and on and on. I don't want to leave anybody's name out because I met so many people. But man, it was one of the most amazing experiences. Like I said, I've been to sneaker shows before, but there was never anything like this experience I had this weekend. I mean, it was just great, man. People come up to you, they want to take pictures with you. It was humbling for me. I mean, you know, people asking to take a picture with me, that just blew my mind. You know what I'm saying? You know, a couple of people made me feel old as hell because they was like, "Are you Mr. Polos and J's?" I'm just Polos and J's. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it was a really cool experience, and you know, just hanging out with Dan and everybody else, Dre Day, you know, I mean, just everybody had a good time. Hung out with the mayor, Sneaker Box Podcast, we kicked it with them, had a great time with them all weekend. I mean, we chilled with them the whole weekend, and you know, it was very humbling. It was exciting. It was everything and more that I expected from the SneakerCon, and I just appreciate my brother Dan, you know, being there by my side and hanging out with me and give me a bigger experience than I would have got. And everybody who was with us had a bigger experience than they would have received had they come without Dan. So it was amazing, man. I had a great time. I really did. So thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Even though you took all these raggedy ass pictures of me this weekend, the dude. Now I've praised his ass, but this motherfucker caught me in more awkward situations.
You need to stop doing awkward shit then.
I'm doing normal shit. Okay, I can't drive and hold my phone. I mean, this motherfucker taking pictures of me. I'm driving like this, and I've got my phone, and he's snapping pictures and shit. I mean, he
It's a motherfucker drive. Like, number one, the dude drives like this with his like GPS up and shit, and he's just driving like this the whole time because he needs to know where he is at every single second. Like, he can't look out. Like, it's like, you know, like when you're looking at your GPS or whatever, it's like, oh, you got 7 miles, so you take a right, and then you put it down, and then you come back and look at it. No, this one, like, okay, we got 6.9. 6.
No, I was getting texts.
6.7.
I had text messages coming in, stuff in the DM and stuff like that. I was looking at that. I wasn't really just looking at the.
You getting pictures in the.
It's going down in the
I mean, you know how it goes. Just because man is old don't mean, you know, he ain't still getting no pics.
Yeah, you're getting them frosted pics.
But yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all
frosted tip.
I'm gonna tell y'all the best part. The best part of the weekend was Dan in my car This was the last day. This was yesterday. On our way back, Dan found the AC for my seats in my car.
What?
The AC. Okay, Kevin, you drive a Lexus. You know the seats have the AC.
I got my Lexus that I have is older. I got a Lexus in the Camry.
Okay, so I guess this was Dan's first time experience air conditioned ass, and it was kind of strange because he was excited yet confused of the AC blowing in his ass. And I don't know if y'all set an AC. I can't do it. I'm not a dude. I can't, because it makes you feel like your booty is wet.
It's fucking weird, man.
Wet booty boy.
I was sitting there and I'm like, I got this weird feeling. I'm just like I thought maybe I had wet myself. Like I wasn't 100% sure what had happened. Do I have a drink? Is my bait leaking? Like I don't understand what's happening. So I'm like, and I was like, oh, you have air conditioned seats. Like it cools your fucking ass off, right? Like literally. And like I'm sitting there, I'm just like, I think I like this, but I don't know either. Because like, I mean, have you ever had loose booty? You know what I'm saying? You got loose booty, like just you feel like everything is just the worst. You know, like the worst shit ever. So I wasn't.
You was eating them wild Doritos.
Yeah, like I just didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what was going on. I just know my butt was cold, and I had to look at Marcus and be like, "Yo, why is my seat cold?" And it was a weird experience.
Why my cheeks? Why my cheeks wet? No,
he said, "I gave you one of them Bill Cosby."
It was weird, man. I wasn't ready. But what I can say about SneakerCon is one, I am not famous. Two, you know, the reason it's so much fun is because of all the people that get together. You know, it's all like if it was just me there, it'd be fucking boring. You know, like yay, I know 0 people. But what I can say is that Dallas had a 2-hour wait to get in. G4. I did get a rim shot from the Lex, and I'm excited about riding in the next Lexus.
Is it on a rim job?
Yeah, rim shot, rim job. The shot sounds gross, but
rim shot is like a
yeah. So to answer your question, Sneakers aren't the whole panel. Hey, Brian, have you been to a SneakerCon before?
No, not a SneakerCon. Dunk Exchange. I've been to that and like a few other events.
Yeah, but that was a while back though. They don't really do those anymore, right?
They still got those, I think. Yeah, because there's one coming in Sacramento, I think, this weekend, actually.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Dope. So, I mean, but you should definitely come to the one. Where are you out of?
Sacramento.
Sacramento. California.
Okay. Sactown?
So LA, I know that me, Mark, maybe Marcus. Marcus is talking about not going now. But me and Maul will be there for sure. But Atlanta, so we're all going to be there. Right, Marcus?
No, man, you're gonna come up with some damn excuse.
Dude, the ticket prices for LA are freaking ridiculous.
I'm not, that's something we could talk about in the group chat, but like, so Atlanta, you should try to make it down to Atlanta. But what I can't tell you about Dallas is the venue was not ready for the sneaker culture in Dallas. And I don't think the people in Dallas were ready for the sneaker culture in Dallas because it got to the point where, what do you call that? The fire marshals and stuff came in and shut it down. Like they wouldn't let anybody in. So there was a 2-hour wait to get in. You know, people had to leave for other people to come in. So the venue wasn't big enough. So I mean, like, and I've talked to people that were there. Fuck no, baby. That's hard to call that. I talked to people on Reddit actually, and they were complaining because they had to sit outside for like 2 hours. You know. So like they had the line serpentined in like 3 different areas, and it went all the way back around into the parking garage, and then did like a circle, and then all the way back around, like, and it was super crazy. The people were hyped, the shoes were regular, you know, like there was so many Yeezys there. Like I was kind of unimpressed at some of the kicks. Like I meant, like the vendors were really Yeezy heavy. I didn't see anything. I did see a Supreme punching bag that was really, really dope. I
I
think, you know, I got to, the Sneaker Box podcast, hang out with, and it became the Mayor podcast because he was
He took over.
heavy. Yeah, he was heavy flirting with MJ on that motherfucker.
Hey now.
And Kais did get brought down because he was flying his little drone and shit, and the police were like, "Nah, dog."
And if you watch this video, you can see me on there for just a second when he has the drone in there. So check that out.
See that dot right there?
Yes, my little baby blue shirt. You can see it real easy. With the old man sitting there.
I seen G4.
I mean, Dallas was dope, but like going out and we got to shoot a couple times, and that was really fun. You know, and we had to. So I don't know. Is anybody from is Caesar in the chat? Like, do you know?
I haven't seen him.
I don't think so. He works. He works right about now, so it's tough.
So the Sneaker Box podcast crew had a house, way the fuck out in the sticks.
If you ever see Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's where we were.
That ain't happening.
No, baby. No, baby. So, but like Marcus was like literally nervous, and I'm like, yo, I like this is normal. For me. Like,
He's like, I do this.
I don't growl.
I'm used to three. I'm used to 3 lanes or more. I'm not used to 1 lane with the dirt right next to you on the right hand side. It's
you know what Marcus is used to? Marcus is used to missing fucking exits. Turned around more in that motherfucker than I've ever turned around in my life. Chicks don't change their feelings as much as Marcus misses exits. Like, it's ridiculous.
Man.
We gotta turn around. I missed it.
It's like European Vacation when Chevy Chase kept going around Big Ben. It's the same thing. That's what I did.
That's where you got that. That's where you got that picture of you and that Strohs. Like, we are the Millers. The cop stopped him and said, "Hey, man, and we're here behind this rock."
So, I mean, but and Marcus, and that being your first SneakerCon experience, outside of the hyping me up and making me sound a whole lot cooler than I am, I mean, like, what was your idea of the tables, you know, and the vendors?
The vendors were whack, and most of them were somewhat local vendors, and I think that's why we've seen the stuff they've had. A lot of them were little shops and stuff that are around the way. So the vendors were really not good. And I think it's because, as I told you guys before, you know, Dallas is not that big of a sneaker community like a lot of it. I mean, it is to a certain degree, but when it comes to shows and stuff like that, people just don't turn out. I mean, like in Houston, it's completely different. Here in Dallas, it's just not that way. So seeing as many people that showed up there blew my mind, you know, because I didn't expect that. I really didn't, you know, so I'm assuming that that's why the vendors didn't turn out, because they didn't expect the crowd that showed up. And that I think that kind of hurt them, because if they had good vendors in there, I mean, man, it would have been crazy. But now I think going forward, they'll say, hey, you know, Dallas is one of those places where we can really do this. Let's get more vendors in here. So, yeah, I think because it was in Dallas, it kind of hurt them.
I don't think the event, well, that punctuated a sentence. I don't even think the event knew. Like, I don't think SneakerCon knew how. I don't think SneakerCon knew how big that event was going to be, because it wasn't prepared. They weren't prepared. And what I can say is that the vendors, I knew a lot of the vendors there. They're the usuals. It was and they can be overpriced in the beginning. When you start getting toward the end of the show is when the prices drop. You got to just keep coming back and keep coming back. And yeah, you knew we were in Texas. Yeah, the DJ did play an entire screwed tape. Like, all the music, it was all slow. I was like, man, I for real feel like I've been drinking lean. I ain't had it. Like, why do I feel like this?
The music was on point.
Yeah, it was on point.
Pudding.
This was actually in Dallas?
It's in Irving.
Irving, okay.
It's just like the way that
right. Well, everyone comes in Dallas.
Bay was in wherever, San Jose, Shamburg, instead of Chicago. They're doing it's in Marietta, not Atlanta. But I do think that, you know, I think it would be really cool to see the Sneaker Files out there. You know, like that's something that, because I realize that the culture is alive and well at these events. Like when I hear people like, "Oh, sneaker culture is dead," you know, in my mind, they're not going to these events. You know, like Jess is in the chat right now, and you know, he's a young man. He caught a pair of Yeezys and stuff. You know, really excited to be there. Had a great time, and getting to talk to him amps me up. Like, gives me hope that there's this culture. You know, like for real. Like, and that that excites me. It lets me know that the culture's alive, you know. And then, you know, Steph Smitty. So for, as far as price goes, Steph was able to cop a pair of DB8s for $250. So yeah, that was toward the end of the show. And they were kiddo sizes too. So yeah, DB8s $250, legit, like full deal, you know. And that's her first DB, first sneaker-con. Yeah, you know. And so, but like when you get out there, and you get to mingling and talking to other people that you've never talked to before about how sneakers and this and that, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's really, really fucking dope. You know, it lets you, like, there's a pulse. Marcus, did you feel it when you were there? Like, it was,
I did, man.
How do you feel about the sneaker culture now after experiencing that?
Well, you know how I've always felt. I mean, I've never been down on it. I never felt like it was dying or anything like that. I've always been excited about it, and I know it's there. We don't see it all the time, especially with the kids. We don't see it because we don't really interact with a lot of kids. But man, there were so many kids there. They were excited. You know, I mean, it was just cool to see. I mean, you know, not to keep hyping up Dan, but see the kids, how they looked at Dan, how they looked at, you know, other people that were there. You know, I mean, it was cool. I mean, I enjoyed it. And yes, like Dan said, there was a lot of Yeezys. You know, we always talk about how the Yeezys show up, but there was a lot of everything. There wasn't just an overabundance where it was 70% Yeezys and then 30% everything else. It was a lot of everything. I mean, did they have good stuff? Not really, but you know, it was a mix of shoes. You saw kids walking around with not just Yeezys on. You saw, you know, Jordans, you saw Dunks, you saw a little bit of everything. I mean, Ultra Boosts. So, you know, I've always felt like the culture is still where it should be, you know. So, I mean, it just really made me more excited about it.
So, I mean, and Brian, not that I know you haven't been to a sneaker. I meant like a sneaker con, but you've been to plenty of sneaker shows.
Yeah.
What's your general thought on actually taking the Sneaker Files on the road and having that there?
In the past, I've definitely thought about it. But you know, it'd be hard for me at this time to actually do that. And okay.
No, not you. Those are for kids.
No. Yeah.
Kids.
Yeah. It'd be hard to do that and then, you know, be writing the articles and still doing the videos because, you know, I do all the videos and I do the writing as well. So it would be pretty difficult to do all that. But I mean, possibly in the future, I definitely want to start hitting more of these events. A lot of people have been telling me I need to go to more.
Yeah, man. I think you would enjoy it, man. I mean, the reach that you have too, and I mean, just to connect with even more people, and then just that cross promotion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that it'd be a great move for you, especially, you know, if you're looking at, you know, starting a store. I mean, just solidifying, you know, certain, you know, other connections outside of what you already have. I'm sure what you already have is dope as shit. But I mean, just going to these events, man, it's a great time.
Yeah.
I mean,
because when I went to a Dunk Exchange, it's been a minute, actually a couple years, but last one I went to, it was actually really like nice to get away from everything, and you know, because like people don't know who I am, not at this point, but probably, you know, eventually when I keep doing these videos and going into an event and just looking at shoes, just not being hassled and asked a million questions, just looking at shoes was just fun to me. It brought a lot of enjoyment back. And then I actually went home that day and was like, I'm ready to work. I was excited about it. It wasn't burnt out. It felt good.
But I think that once you see everybody else doing their thing too, and then you get in there, and then you got everybody kind of just impresses each other, and then that motivates as well. So, I mean, I know when we went to Chicago, I was like, damn, this is awesome. I mean, I wanted to go to another one right away, you know, but
another one,
you know, finances are finances. So
yeah,
I think the thing that you could bring, you know, like it builds content, you know, but you have a lot of like first look shoes and, you know, things that are about to come out and stuff like that. You know, and that's something that you could bring to these shows, like and get, you know, like, so a content for you, be like, hey, what do you think about this shoe? You know, and you could get, you know, the sneakerheads like that are out actually, you know, the consumer actually get their real opinions, because you have a different opinion coming from a connoisseur point of view and someone that's actually in the business, as it were.
Yeah.
You know, so you can get this view where, you know, your people are coming to see this shoe for the first time, and you can get their honest reaction, like, hey, what do you think about this Puma here? What's your opinion on that?
Yeah.
And I think that would be a really cool point of view to see.
Yeah, I think that sounds actually pretty cool. I think a lot of people would appreciate that, and I think it's something different too. It's a great idea. Definitely is.
And so, with that, I'm gonna go into the next one here. And so, I was going through my IG stories today, and I saw this. They got like, so Complex does this shopping or sneaker shopping with so-and-so series, right? And they had this comedian on there, and he was talking about, you know, why do people take pictures of their fucking tennis shoes to show their friends? Like, oh, I got a new pair of kicks, and now I'm gonna take some pictures and show my friends, and basically roasting what I love to do as a hobby and stuff. So I'm curious. I'm like, I know everybody on the panel, and I don't think you really do on feet, Brian. But I know you do a lot of things. Do you do on feet?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I didn't know if you did or not. So what are y'all's opinions on this comic roasting? G4 says, "Fuck him and KD." Roasting something that, you know, we all do for fun, and like, and for me, it's not so much.
Katie alone.
Yeah, he said it's not. Yeah, Sebastian,
yeah.
something Sebastian. Yeah,
I mean,
he was talking about it's a flex, you know, that we don't need anymore.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's a hobby. Maybe you shouldn't have someone who is outside of the culture and has little to no knowledge of it critique it and give his opinion. You want to shop and get the hell out of there. You don't even know anything about shoes. So what the hell? It was clickbait, in my opinion. I wasted 8 minutes, and I kind of wanted those 8 minutes back. Comedian wasn't funny, you know, and it had no value to add in the community as part of that conversation. So for me, you know, I will take his opinion with a grain of salt, and I'm going to keep doing what I like to do.
What's the comedian's name?
Something exactly. Sebastian. I'll find it.
Is he even relevant? Because I've never heard of him.
He ain't relevant to me.
I think he was relevant like 10 years ago.
Not even.
But then again, like, I'm a bit salty at this dude.
You know, man, it didn't bother me. I mean, he's a comedian. He don't know shit about kicks. Complex is running out of people to bring on the show, and you're going to see this. I mean, how many celebrities?
Oh shit.
So Sebastian,
I thought I did something. Man, somebody.
Sebastian Maniscalco. It was the comedian's name. And he basically roasted what we do, you know, and that shit really pissed me off. But I mean, like, if I'm getting butthurt, go ahead, Marcus, you're back.
No, what I'm saying is, I mean, basically, you know, they brought this guy on because they've run out of talent to bring on the show, because there's not enough sneakerheads out there, celebrity sneakerheads, to keep going weekly with a weekly show that's every. I mean, the whole year they run this show. So at some point you're going to have to run out of people to bring on the show. So they brought a comedian on. He was trying to be funny. I don't think he was serious about it. I think he was trying to joke about it. And I wasn't offended by it at all. It didn't bother me. He don't know about sneakers, so his opinion means absolutely nothing. It's just like anybody else that makes an opinion about you wearing kicks. I mean, you know, most of us have gone through and dealt with people saying, why do you buy so many shoes? You know, you could be spending your money on something else or whatever. It's no different. If you're outside of the culture and you don't know anything about it, your opinion means shit to me.
But I mean, like, if Complex is going to say going sneaker shopping with so-and-so, and they're going to represent this particular part, you know, why are they not, you know, and I think that's the biggest issue is, should Complex be doing sneaker shopping with sneakerheads, like real sneakerheads? You know, like, I mean, there's a ton of people up in New York they could do it with. Chris,
who's going to watch?
Who's
going to watch besides us? Who's gonna watch?
I didn't know this dude was Adam when I watched it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're trying to go for star power, but they probably could have pulled this one because I think that basically what it did was, I mean, like you guys said, it shit on what we do and their target customers.
Tarnishes the brand.
He had nothing. I mean, how much? What did he get? He didn't even buy anything for himself. He got
the Chicago ones. He got Concords. He got a pair of Boosts, and then he ended up buying a pair of toddler size Yeezys.
What I didn't understand when he said that his first shoes were the ones, but he grew up in the '90s, and
he said he had to work for them.
So I mean, it was, if you really pay attention to what he was saying, he wasn't talking about shit.
Well, no,
and that whole series though, I mean, I look at these people and I'm like, this guy is a Jordan brand athlete. Why do you have Jimmy Butler in there buying Jordans? He's not buying shit.
No,
they're sending him whatever he wants.
Right.
Complex buys him. Complex buys him.
I mean, he could get whatever shoe he wants. I mean, it had AI in there, and he only spent $400. It got 20 Reeboks. I mean,
AI on a budget, man. He on a budget.
I can't. You want a cheeseburger right now?
What's your opinion on Complex there, Brian?
Well, as far as that segment goes, as a viewer, I feel like that guy shouldn't even be on the show because he's obviously not a sneakerhead. But as for a business, Complex did a very smart thing because we're sitting here talking about the video, and other sneakerheads are talking about it and they're passing it along. So at the end of the day, it's all about views. Views equates to money, and even if it's negative publicity, it's still getting them publicity. Granted, that's not the route I like to go, but some choose that route. So that being said, I mean, I still think I think some of their videos are good. I feel like a few of them are, but I feel like some of them, I feel like instead of sneaker shopping, they should just be like hanging out or something. Like these people don't belong in sneaker stores, some of them, because they're not really sneakerheads. They're not into it, and they really present these videos as these guys are. And I feel like it's a kind of like a misconception of things. But what was the one I did watch? I watched with Chris Rock, and I was actually a bit surprised that he knew about, like, he was only about Yeezys, and that's not my thing, but he still knew about some stuff.
He's pretty immersed in it. I saw him in New York, and he was copping shoes for him and his daughter and everything. So he shows up.
I think he's more about the culture, but I don't know who else I saw in there. God, what's it? Logic. I didn't. His music wise is cool, but I didn't really care for his appearance on there. So it's hit or miss for me. But everything.
Family on there. They had Black China before the.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I typically don't watch them because they don't have anyone whose opinion I care about.
But they're not 100% worried about us though. Like us as sneakerheads, it's like you posted on post a link on their Facebook. They have a huge following, but there's people that are into Black China. There's people that like, Chris Rock and things like that. So they're just going to watch off the principle of that. They're not even a sneakerhead just because they like that individual. Exactly. So that's what they're more aiming towards there, I think, even though it's not really my route of things, but hey, they're huge.
Complex reached out to Complex Sneakers reached out to me, and it's supposed to be a story dropping on me at some point. But so I think there's a part of them that wants to be legit, but that shit hurt my feelings today. Like it had me feeling some type of way. Like as soon as I watched it, I was like,
I think there's a part that does, but I think that's more the Soul Collector side because Soul Collector is owned by Complex now, and what they do at Soul Collector is more legit. And they do a good job, I would say. And I think Complex is more of the shock and awe of everything, kind of like the clickbait 100% type stuff. And it's no disrespect to Complex because it obviously works for him, but it's just Soul Collector. Yeah, it's more about the actual people that are into this.
So I'm curious because we're sitting here and I'm looking at the comments. So for people on the panel. and this kind of goes along with mine and Marcus's. Let's see, what Sneaker Star, where was it at? He said, I'm sorry, but most of the famous YouTubers are whack. The same shit, clickbait, you know. What's y'all's opinion? Because I mean, like, we're talking about the same thing. It's that media, right? The mass media of sneakers and taking that culture and in a way blowing it up. You know, what's y'all's opinion on these larger shoe tubers? Like, while we're sitting here, I know we've had a couple of them on the show, and we definitely don't want to burn any bridges before we get across that bridge. But you know, what's y'all's opinion on those shoe tubers?
I think they're great. They're wonderful, and yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem with them doing what they do. I think that, I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to business, you do have to extract your emotion and make a decision on whatever is going to be successful for you and for your brand. So I'm not going to fault them for doing that. I mean, if we did that, if we tried to make everybody happy, then we'd be sitting here contradicting ourselves left and right, trying to, you know, make this person happy and make that person happy. You just got to go with, you know, what's good for your brand. Do you feel like you can sleep all right at night? Then you go with it. So I don't have any problems with what they're doing. If I don't like the clickbait, I don't follow the person after a certain time.
But then you have to make a conscious decision. Like, all right, do I click this because it's actually something that I'm going to enjoy, or is this guy up to his usual trick? So you're kind of stuck in between. And you know, same thing that we go through, or I don't know if we really go through it, but I would imagine at some point we will, is like, I enjoy the show because we remain authentic. Like, we're purists to an extent, and that's what makes this fun for me. And I think that's what, you know, the usual suspects, and that's what the guest enjoys, because you get to actually just sit back and have a conversation about shoes and all the other BS, and it's organic.
But see, here's my thing. I don't have a problem with most of them. I mean, there's a few of them, you know, who I really don't watch because they're not really sneakerheads. They're more hype beasts, or people who, you know, have jumped on the culture because they see a way to make money off of it. But, you know, I think people like the underdog, and right now we're kind of in that category of the underdog. But what happens if we get to that point where we have 1 million subscribers and we have thousands of people watching us every week? You know, what happens? Are we going to still have the same support from the usual suspects that we have now, or are they going to change? Even though we may remain authentic and do exactly what we're doing now, are people going to still support us once we have a huge following? If we have a huge following, are we going to still get that same support and the same love? Because like I said, a lot of people love cheering for the underdog. And right now we're in that category. We don't have 500,000 subscribers following us. So is it going to stay the same? That's why I can't speak against them, because at one point those guys were where we are. You know what I mean? And people followed them, people respect them. Okay, like take for instance Mike Rich. Most people love Mike Rich right now, but he's growing. So is he going to continue to have that same love that he has now once he hits 1 million subscribers? You know, once he has that big following, like say Kais and Tony D, are they going to still show him the same love? That's hard to say, because they were showing those other guys that same love at one point. And people jump off that bandwagon.
I don't think that I've ever met a YouTuber that's been a dick. I mean,
but it's not about being a dick. It's about people who watch. It's about, you know, like everybody, most people in the chat are
content, though. The thing about people you have met, Kev, they're totally different people on and off camera.
True. But I mean, the content, I mean, there's a lot of times where your preference changes. So like, all right, hey, I like watching this, and then after a while it's like, all right, man, it's kind of redundant. I'm gonna make a move, but I'm not gonna, you know, if that's working for him, then he's got to stay in that lane, and he's, you know, he or she has to stay in that lane. And I don't fault him for that. I might not watch as much, but I mean, I'll still, you know, if I see it, I'll click the like button.
So here's the other thing. I think that the tubers in general make videos and make content for the people that consume that content. They're all good. I've talked to Ray, which his name is Tom. I've talked to Tony, Bull, Boost God, who is super chill, his fans can be whatever, but he's a super cool guy, and he will gladly sit down and like talk. You know, he'll go head to head with you on boots versus air, yada yada. But he'll do it in such a chill, cool vibe. So like in my mind, like getting to know those people gave me a different perspective on those people. Watching Kais whittle through every fucking kid in that line at SneakerCon changed my complete opinion on that dude. Like when I first met him the first couple of times, I was like, oh man, that dude is stuck up, blah, blah, blah. No, he's literally sits at this crepe booth the entire time while his little fans are coming through and takes pictures, shakes hands, signs stuff, sells stuff. Like he's literally hustling. So, you know, I respect that integrity to what he's doing. You know, it may not be whatever. It may not be content that I want to consume all the time, but as far as like watching him do his thing and respecting the hustle that he does, I can get on with that. So I don't have a problem with any of the other YouTubers. I think they're awesome. They're great people. You know, but sometimes I've been like, and yes, I would say I'm selling my collection vid. That hype that was there for like 3 weeks when everybody was doing that, I think that's kind of trash. The
scoop hype, everyone jumps on the same thing. It's like Paramount and in Colombia. It's like there's two versions.
Yeah, right. So
and I kind of saw real quick. I saw a back scene of most of the YouTubers that people have, you know, certain opinions about, and you know, before the show started, and I mean, everybody was cool as shit, you know. So I mean, it's one of those things. You see people on TV, you see people on the screen or whatever, and you form an opinion about them, but you have to get to meet them in person in order to say who they truly are. And meeting a lot of people that I got to meet this weekend, I mean, they're just cool, regular ass people. They just, you know, they get seen by more people than everybody else, but they're just cool people. So I don't have anything against any of them. I mean, I think they're all dope.
So it is now 10 o'clock. So it is time for the shout out. Start with Kev and we'll work our way to Marcus.
All right. Hey man, shout out to Brian, man. Sneaker Files, man. Appreciate you carving out this time to, you know, kick it with us for 2 hours plus. Definitely. I know you're a busy dude. Also, shout out to our usual suspects. Man, I'm just glad to even have 2 people watching, let alone, you know, we got 58, 57 right now. But thank you guys for, you know, spending time with us as well. Also, sister shows, the Sneaker Box podcast, you can catch them Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. On YouTube on the Sneaker Bar Detroit channel. Soul Food Sneaker Talk, you can catch them Wednesday at 8 o'clock on the Soul Food Sneaker Talk channel. And then Sneaker Files podcast, you can catch them. I know they're still having some issues with their podcast. I think they film, or they tape on Wednesdays or Thursdays too. But you can catch them. And then also shout out to my man Unboxed. Y'all go ahead and download that man's app. I need growth. Pause.
Hey, real quick, so I can let me. I'm sorry, Ma. Let me get this out there before I get to myself to give people a few minutes. We were talking about the Gap and doing something different on the Gap next week. What we want to do is do a Gap based on pictures of like some of the usual suspects, some of their shoe picks that they take. You know, somebody go in, I may go in and pick Steph Smitty. You know, Maul may go in and pick Unbox, and we're gonna do a Gap on that. And we just want, you know, everybody just comment right now. How would y'all feel about that? Would y'all be okay if we asked your pick, or is that something y'all just don't want to see? So
how about if they put hashtag Midsole Gap if they want to be,
yeah,
and then if we have enough, and then we can go ahead and do it.
That works. Type that in the chat.
I'm working it.
Hashtag Midsole Gap. Shout out to the usual suspects, the chat. You make the 2 hours go by like that. If my day job would go this quick, that would be great. But thank you to you, Brian. Appreciate you coming on, man. Appreciate you doing the face reveal so we could actually, you know, interact and not stare at the logo the entire time. You know, it's really, really dope having you on and getting to learn your story and everything. and the fact that you're a Kings fan. I was a big Weber fan. I actually had a pair of Dada Supremes back in the day.
Oh, okay.
I want to shout out UA Basketball for continuously showing love. There were some questions in the chat about the t-shirts, so hopefully by the end of the week, I will have that live for the site. And then we'll have merchandise, guys, for SneakerCon LA. So keep an eye out for that. If you plan on being there, we'll have a limited run, so definitely make sure you hit the table early. You also got to catch Dan, because although he only has one leg, the guy's pretty quick around a SneakerCon. he gets around. So like I said, keep an eye out for that. Thank you for the continued support, and I'm going to pass it along.
All right, Brian, what you got?
Well, shout out to you guys for having me. Appreciate it. If it wasn't for the show, I probably wouldn't do this. My face reveal, probably would have waited and then eventually never done it. So shout out to you guys and everybody in the chat. Not to chat too much, been on there, but I'm sure it was very active, and everyone that supports Sneaker Files, visits the website, the channel, appreciate that. And shout out to my daughter Penelope. She's 2, going to be 3 very soon, and her mother Erica. Without those two, I probably wouldn't have the drive and the motivation to continuously need and feel like I want to work. So that's awesome. It for me.
All right, so come here. Come here, shut up.
Come on, guys.
So hashtag to my little pumpkin head right here. I said hashtag, but I was thinking shout out to my little pumpkin head. You smell funny. Get away from me. So yeah, shout out to my daughter and my kids for putting up with me taking over the internet and the whole living room and downstairs area. And a special shout out to Reshootinator. They're helping us push this first run of merch. So shout out to Reshootinator. Make sure if you're going to buy this product, please use Monday Midsole. That it comes directly to us. So use Monday Midsole. You get 10% off of your entire purchase, and that money helps us out. It helps us grow. And then so the Monday Midsole Gap is official. It is going to work. So we are going to do that. So make sure you're using the hashtag Midsole Gap in your pictures this week, and we will just, each one of us will pick one. Tag the midsole in the picture. So yeah, shout out to Reshootinator. Shout out to Sneaker Shields, who was out there this week, and they're really out there doing their products, and so shout out to them as well. I wore them in all of my shoes except for my Yeezys. And a big shout out to Brian over there from sneakerfiles.com. Make sure you're checking out his page. Oh, Jess, thank you so much for making SneakerCon so cool for me. It's kids like you, and others that kind of really give me this like vibe, So, big deal for that. And shout out to Under Armour, because this weekend I get to go to the release of a shoe. There's going to be a release, and there'll be a video for it, and y'all can check that out soon.
Could wait.
And yeah, so I get to do that. So y'all check that out. And with that, I turn it over to, Mr. Marcus.
We got to shout out Kev. Shout out to Kev.
Oh.
And the missus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to them babies. Making new babies. Having sex and doing it right. Good job.
And hopefully the baby looks like wifey and not like Milk Dud.
Lord.
Either way works.
All right, so first I want to give a shout out to Dan, man. I appreciate you coming out to Dallas and hanging out with me all weekend, man. You were amazing. Shout out to Tracy, who came out and hung out. My list is kind of long, y'all, and I'm gonna forget some people, so don't get mad at me. But shout out to Tracy. Shout out to Ed, the son of some man. Dude is cool as hell. He's cool as hell, man. We kicked it this weekend. I hung out with him and his wife for pretty much most of the show, and they were cool as hell. So I enjoyed those guys. I got a new family member there. So shout out to G4, D-Lo 1014, Steph Smitty, Flashy Girl. I mean, everybody, Q the Queen, everybody who was at SneakerCon that hung out with us, man. We had a great time. Y'all made it that much more amazing. With that, we always talk about family, and family ain't always blood. Family could be just people you meet and who you bond and connect with. And I feel like all you guys are my family. I got mad love for y'all, and we keep supporting us, and we just gonna keep showing mad love to y'all as well, and keep bringing y'all good content. So with that, we'll check y'all out next Monday. Don't forget, Midsole Gap. Put it in your hashtag. Tag us so we can come on here and talk shit about your picks next week. See you next Monday.
Got it.
All right, y'all. Good night.
Peace.